Hello everybody and welcome back. Today what we're going to do is we're going to build a little base for a tiny power feeder. I bought a tiny power feed the other day because I have a job coming up that has thousands of feet of molding I got to make. Here it is, a little tiny thing. It's a little tiny Grizzly. It's called the baby power feeder, model number 4173. Here's the manual. You could set this thing to do between 6.5 and 39 feet per minute. So you can go really slow or really slow. I also bought this thing attached to my my router table so we can make molding with it because I can make tons of molding. And I bought these mag switches right here. I think between both of them, when you get them all locked into place, it should hold about 1,000 pounds per square inch. So we're going to build a little stand for this thing. So it says you can use these guys right here to hold down this power feed. And there's an entire book right here, the Magswitch, with it shows all the directions and instructions. These two things here were almost as much money as this thing here. But if it works, that's going to be awesome. It says you can also use it on your joiner, and you can use it on a shaper. So I'm going to try to use this guy right here on my router table that I made. Back over here, there's a video about it over here somewhere. And we're going to see if we can shape with it too. All right, here we go. First thing we're going to do is mill up all the parts, and then we're going to build this guy. And then we're going to do some experiments. All right, it's not really a review, but it kind of is. We'll see how these little tiny baby power feeders work. And I know it's a Grizzly here, Grizzly. Blah. I saw the same one painted white for $120 more. Exact same thing, all the same parts, just painted white. So Grizzly it is. It is what it is. New tools are always good. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to go mill up some wood. They said you can use plywood, but I'm just going to use maple because I have some. And I'm going to mill it all up, and then we're going to build it. And I'll film it with my camera over here so you can see how I'm assembling it. It comes with a piece of cork, too. We can put the cork down, and you got to put some stuff down. You got the directions right here that we'll just build it. It comes with a little doohickey here so you can make sure you got it the hole where it needs to be. It gives you the rough dimensions. I don't need plans on how to build 4 pieces of wood to make a stand. Maybe I do. But if you're like me, and you see this one picture right here, that's all I need right there. The rest I think I can figure out for myself. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got both cameras hooked up, so I'm going to put the other one up here so you can see what I'm doing down here. I'll probably get my head in the way, but whatever. So we have this here. I'm going to hold it right here. And what I did is I glued it down with some Type-On right here. I'm going to take a tapered bit, which is right here, and we're just going to kind of sink these a little bit. So the directions said make everything a 1/2 inch. So I got some Shadua right here, left over from a job a while ago. I'll put a picture of that over here, some vanity I made, a client of mine, and some just regular old maple had laying around. And it says to make them all a 1/2 inch thick. So that's what I did right here. Everything's a 1/2 inch thick. So I'm going to take this here bit and we're going to screw these guys in. Did it come out the other end? It did not. So we have these little guys screwed in right here. Yeah, kind of nice and pretty. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm just going to add some glue. And there we go. So now that we have that in place, I'm going to take this guy right here. Right there, boom. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is use my little itty bitty square here. We're just going to take a quick eyeball at it. It looks like a 1/2 inch. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to push that there. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I don't have any fat pencils with me. What the hell's wrong? I'm just taking the fat pencil, sticking it down the hole, because it takes up the whole space. Can you see that? Now what I'm going to drill straight down through these holes. Now the next thing we're going to do, I guess, is we're going to put this on here. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to toss this in the trash over there, and I feel sticky now. You know, ever want to make spider webs? Take some of this contact cement, dip a stick in it, touch it to one wall and go across the other wall and watch your friends walk through it. It's quite funny. And it's sticky as hell. What we have to do now is drill the outside edge, this piece out here, which are these guys. There it is, curly maple. All right, so now we're gonna put some 5/16 holes in this guy. 5/16. It's good to have a brad point. Where are you? You see that? Because it's got that point. It's very cool because you can put it right on the dot, right where it needs to go, and drill a hole. Maple's hard. Okay. Hole A. It's got a hole in one right there. Yeah, brad points are really good. The problem with brad points is once they get dull, they're hard to sharpen. Voila. And don't touch the bit when you're done because it'd be hotter than hell. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is this has been sitting for a minute. So this is tacky. Uh-oh, booger snot. Look at that, I got. Oh, there we go. It's tacky, but it's not sticky. See, it's not sticking to my hand. But when you have both of them like that, tacky, this will work good. So I'm just gonna set this Johnson on there. All right, so there we go. Push that puppy down there. And you can do the dead blow smash. The other thing you can do that works sometimes, but this is cork, is roll it out. If you had a roller, that'd be good. Okay, now that we have that like that, I'm gonna take my most favorite tool ever. And I'm gonna take this puppy. I can't really see what I'm doing, but I guess neither can you. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do, can you sand cork? I don't know. Let's find out. Just kind of easing the edges so they're not sharp. I don't know if that's gonna help or not, but whatever. What's gonna happen now is these guys go on here. See how that goes in? That would be no good. So we're gonna have to put it like, so there's one that way. Because otherwise you're gonna turn the damn thing on and it's gonna be in there and you can't get to it because the damn pedestal's in the way. So we gotta flip around like that. This thing goes in here, something like that. And take one of these guys here. Now I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Oh man, those are, so these little 5/16 holes are freaking tight. You gotta beat those things in with a dead blow. Hopefully these will line up with these guys over here. Okay. That little guy in the bottom there is pretty snug. 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 So the next thing I have to do is attach this base to here. I've already drilled the holes all the way through and they look sort of okay, I guess. So I'm gonna go get a regular drill bit and hook that up, drill a hole through there, countersink the damn thing, and hook this guy up to it. Now we have to put this, we have to attach this guy to that guy, this one to that one. All right, we're on the table saw. I'm actually turning these out a little bit, out this way, and then I'm gonna slide them into place. It seems to be easier to get the damn thing in there. It's very snug. All right, then I'm turning them in. Okay. We're supposed to put paper under these guys. It said construction paper. I got rosin paper. Is that good enough? far as it's gonna go, I think, except for that thickness of paper. And now we latch it into place. All right, like that and like that. Oh my God. Okay, that's good. Good golly. So they said 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. I think what I'm doing, I'm just gonna drill them like this. So then I'll lock them back down into place, make sure everything's sucked down and in place, and then we'll go from there. So we're just gonna eyeball this, Johnson. They had very specific spots they wanted them. What I'm gonna do is I'm coming in 1 inch from either side, so that's safe. Then we won't split the wood. I'm just gonna put a line. There we go. And we'll just eyeball them like this. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go get a drill, set it to the specific length, because this, I think these puppies are stainless, and I don't wanna, because that way they're not magnetic. No, I just lost that one. Damn it. But I wanna get them specifically just barely long enough with my tapered bit. That way, I don't split out the sedula. Alrighty, I'll see you in a minute. God, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I'm gonna drill the holes that are out here right now. I don't have to hold it in place because it's magnetized down. Hope it doesn't break off a screw. Stainless steel screws are soft as hell. All right, well, I'm gonna set up on the table saw here and see how a piece of wood goes through, and I'll film all that too. All right, see you in a minute. Usually what you do is you wanna go, the wheels wanna be about 1/4 inch lower, which they all are. And sometimes you want them to tilt down just slightly, put more pressure on it as it's going out the outfeed. So I'm gonna crank it all the way on. Here we go, see how this works. Button's still going that way. Put it in there and off it goes. Cuts wood, cut wood, cut wood. That's not so bad. Not bad at all. Let's see what happens when it goes backwards. I'll put it halfway through it and we'll stop it. All right, it's cutting. Oh, something screwed up. There we go. I'll put it in reverse for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but here we go. Huh. It's amazing. So the red button shuts it off and on. Speed controller. This also, if it's running, you should put this in the middle. It shuts off. You push it again and now it's going backwards. That's amazing. All right, well, there you go. So we got a piece of 8/4. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna leave this one locked in place because I think that's okay. What I need to do is move this Johnson around a little bit because this one's gonna make it go up and down, sort of. See, it just fell. Got an idea. Shim, me and my shims. So I have the shim here, right? It's a 15/16. No, it's only 3/32. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this guy up here, and I'm gonna take this shim and I'm gonna set it under this guy right here. And now these wheels are, looks like about 3/16 down. And that'll be a good thing. So I got this towed into where I want it. I'll lock this puppy in place. It might have too much of an angle on it now. I'll get my finger in here, in 1/4. We'll see. Well, we'll see how it does. All right, make sure everything's locked into place. So give it a wiggle. Okay, and here we go. And let the magic begin. Push the button and on. See what happens. Like magic. So these guys aren't a sponsor or anything. I don't really have sponsors. My sponsors are you guys out there. So if you want to sponsor me or do anything like that, just subscribe and like the channel and tell all your friends, share it with the world. The guy up there on the chainsaw says, yeah, do it because, you know, the end of the world's coming soon and I need 1,000 subscribers. So I'm going to attempt to put this power feed on this joiner. I don't know how you do it normally if you didn't have like a 12-inch joiner. I got it hanging off a little bit off the edge, but it seems to be on there still. I have no idea. I don't know why you'd want to put a power feed on a joiner anyway. So I don't know what the point of this is, but it says you can do it, so I'm gonna do it. So I guess I have to feed it through. The cutter head is right here. That's as close as I can get the damn thing. So out of a 12-inch joiner, I have like 4 inches left, and that's it. That's ridiculous. But we're gonna try it, whatever. So I'm gonna use these shims like I did before, trying to get the height set for the wheels. So I'm gonna put a shim there, and I'm gonna put a little shim over here. Okay, and I'm gonna twist this in so it's cockeyed this way, you know, so it's this end here is towards the fence, and this end, see, I can get my finger, you can't see that, but I got a finger's width here and like an 1/8 inch over here. So I'm gonna tighten everything up right where it is, and see how this kind of gets really close to that. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this out of here, that out of there. The wheels are right here. Can you see? You can't see them, but they're right in this plastic housing here. Let's see if it works. Okay, here we go. The arrow's pointed that way. This is on a little bit. Here we go. I might as well turn the dust collector on. Eating it myself. It seems to be working. I'm gonna turn it up faster. Turn it all the way up, see what happens. All right, now we're gonna do this side. So it kind of works, you know? And it stayed on there. This stayed on even though like 3 or 4 inches is hanging off. It's kind of very strange. So it works on the table saw as you saw before with the slow-mo. So now I'm gonna go set up my router table and see if we can kind of mount this to the mounting plate that I bought for an extra $50 or $70. I can't remember what it was. And this gets attached to that. What I'm thinking is if I can take this mounting plate and use this bracket here to attach it to my table, my router table, get rid of these bolts and just mount this magnet onto this hunk of metal. I wonder if that would hold it. Well, that's what we're gonna try next. Hey everybody, and welcome back. We have our router table all set up with the little wings on it that we made a long time ago. I have a 3/4 inch bullnose cutter inside of here. I put a plate on the back of this guy, that mounting plate. I just screwed it to the table because I have these big blocks. I don't know if you can see this right here, but there's these huge 8/4 pieces of cherry. And I screwed that down in there. And I just put it on this side because I figured, whatever, it'll be kind of close to the, kind of where it needs to go. And it kind of is, but the problem is this arm is so damn short. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna leave this screwed on there because look, that thing's on there. It's on there pretty good, and it's just screwed down. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna undo these screws that I have them down here. I got a washer and screw down, and I'm gonna move it on this side. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna give it a shot right now. So I'm gonna take this guy now. And we gotta leave some room for this guy right here, our little hose for squeakers. Okay, so that's I can get that on there easily now, you know? So I wanna be able to screw these screw holes that are in this one with these 2-inch screws into a piece of 8/4. That I want, because I want it strong. So I'm just gonna move that there like that. I'm gonna screw these puppies down. Okay, so I have a piece, it's probably 3.5 feet long. I'm gonna do exactly what I did last time. What was that? I put shims under here. So I'm gonna lift this guy up, make sure everything's loose. This guy goes up and down like crazy. I'm not gonna set that on the wheels. There we go. Oh, it's on this wheel. There we go. Oh, I gotta loosen this guy up because that's important. There we go. If it looks crooked and you don't know why, it's probably this guy right here. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that router bit is not touching anything. This is a bullnose, 3/4 inch bullnose bit, so it's kind of big. Yep. You want to do that before you plug it in, just in case the damn thing comes on for some reason. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this shroud off and see what the deal is, because in between these legs, you can put a router bit, and if it sticks out a 1/4 inch, that's not a bad thing, as long as you get it in the right spot and you don't chew up your wheels. So I'm gonna pull this off real quick. So this being a 3/4 inch bit, it should only be sticking out about 3/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna flip this back around and see what happens. Now the reason they cover this is because go flying everywhere. Usually when you're shaping stuff, it flies up and out and all over the place. Right now I don't give a crap. I just want to be able to see if I can do this. You can see all the wheels and all that down there. Yeah, all right, there we go. I just don't want the cutter to hit the wheels. Plain and simple. Okay, there we go. So we gotta plug this back in and move this. Turn this off, turn that off. Check it out. It's a bullnose. It did it. Wow. All right. The power feed worked. So the power feed worked on the router table, the table saw, and the joiner. I don't know why you'd ever want to put it on the joiner, but we did it. There go squeakers, you hear? So this over here is got that metal plate that I bought for the whole thing to clamp it down. I didn't do that. I just screwed it to the table here, the router table, and it's kind of on there. It's not on there all the way. It's you know, hanging over like a 1/2 inch on either side or 1 inch, whatever. This magnetic clip thing, but it's still held on. So I'm going to put up here. This is how easy this is to take on and off. It's got a little switch right here, and then once you do that, you just loosen this up. It says on and off on there somewhere. And the same thing, you just push in, rotate it around, and it just comes off. Boom, done. When you want it, wherever you want it, you just put it where you want it, set it up. Just twist these guys right here. Done, it's on there. And there you go, simple as that. So I took the shroud off this guy. I thought this was a dust collector because, you know, dust blow up in there. Nope. I guess you would have to drill this out if you wanted to be a dust collector. I don't even know why the hell it's there. And maybe to make it look like it's going faster. So I took this off. It's a little bit more dangerous that way. Chips can fly up or out or whatever, but I don't care. I'd rather be able to see what I'm doing than have a shroud there that I'm gonna break anyway. So the speed was fine. It worked pretty good. It goes backwards and forwards just nicely. The Magswitch works pretty damn good. I found that if you keep it parallel like this, I already got a picture of it. I'll put a picture of it up here. When the mags are parallel with the wheels, it comes loose a little bit. When they're perpendicular, like they are right now, I'll put a picture of it up here. It's pretty steady. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm no magnetician, magnetometer. I know nothing about magnets, but I know that it worked better as it was when it was perpendicular. So if the wheels are going this way and your magnets are going this way, it works better. It's stronger. I don't know why. It just works out. That thing's on there pretty damn good. And when you're done, you know, just push the switch, flip it over. It comes loose and you just put it over here. I want to do it. There it is. You can't beat that. So I like it. I'm going to continue to use it, and I'll let you know how the rest of it goes. All right, well, thanks for watching. You have an awesome day. Go outside and play, hug somebody you love. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time right here on Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. That's me. All right, we'll see you later. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. Tell all your friends, share it with the world, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Subscribe now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm going to attach this quirky. Oh, it smells good. I love the smell of glue. I don't know what the deal is with that. Always have, even when I was a little kid. They busted me for eating paste when I was a kid. Kindergarten, yeah, he's eating all the paste. That smells good. Even then, weird. Okay, so we're gonna put this in place too. You see that? Smoking. It's like a reggae concert here in the Humboldt. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear the fly? There's a big ass fly there. Must be my breath. I can double them up now. I can see even better. That's right. That's what I'm saying right there. So another cool thing, if you guys ever want, are magnetic trays. As long as you hit the tray, you'll be all right. Magnetic trays, I put them on my bandsaw over here, and like they're metal, so you stick them to stuff and they stick. So I took the shroud off, and everybody I didn't think at all. I never think. I can barely talk. So